Now on to the second bookmark. This one will have a custom shape and a scored design. So the first thing I want to do is create another page within this design file. Since both my projects are going to be bookmarks, I only need one bookmark design file. So on the left-hand side on the Pages tab, I'm going to click on the plus pages to create a new page. And that got rid of everything in my layers. It's a completely new file in here. So we're going to need to have to create that boundary box again for my material. I'm going to come up here, grab the rectangle tool, click and drag. That's getting me started. We're going to unlock my width and height. Again, I'm going to make this landscape size of a piece of paper, 11 by 8.5. And then I'm going to lock it width and height so it won't move. And we're going to move its location into this top left corner up here. So to do that, X is going to be 0 and Y is going to be 0. And then I don't want to touch or move this rectangle again. And in fact, it'd be nice if I knew that this was my material. So I'll just rename that. And then I'm going to lock it. So now I can't move it. That's my material. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to use the shape tools to design a custom shape to cut out for my next bookmark. So up here, I'm going to go down to the triangle tool. I'd like a triangle, but feel free to choose from any other shape that you'd like. And I'm going to click and drag. I'm not going to worry about the sizing of it right now. We can fix that later in our width and height. But I do want to take care of the fact that I can't see it. If I click off of it, it's gone. But it does live there. It has the same filling that our material background does. So I'm going to delete the fill. Since we're going to cut it out, I just want to give it a border of red. So now I have a triangle, but it has pointed edges, and I don't want that to hurt me when I'm reading. So I'm going to click on the polygon again, the triangle, and over on the right-hand side bar under Appearance, I have some settings, some controls that I can play with. I could add more points if I want to change it to a different shape, but I'm going to stick with 3. I can also play with the corners, and if I start moving this, you'll see my corners are getting rounder and smoother, which is cool, but I don't want just round, smooth corners. I want to change the shape of the corner style. So I'm going to click on Advanced Settings, and I have a bunch of different options in here. I'm going to go with Bevel. Nothing changed right now, but if I unselect these and I start playing with my corner, this number will get me 0.5 on the outside. I could work on the inside, but I'm just going to work on the outside. And you can see it kind of snipped it. So now it almost looks like a jewel of some sort. And this is where I really encourage you to experiment and play around with the different options in here under Appearance, so that you can design a shape that you really like. So I'm satisfied with this shape, and once you're satisfied with what you've achieved, go ahead and take a look at our sizing, our width, and our height. Now this is where it would be good to have a ruler handy so that you can actually just take a look and verify, like, how wide is almost 4 inches? Is that too big for a bookmark? I don't know, but I'm gonna make mine 3.5 inches wide. And it doesn't quite go to 3.5. That's okay. It's trying to kind of keep with the dimensions that we have given it. So I'm going to leave it as it is. I'm happy with that style. And the next thing is to design some stuff that will be scored on the inside of this. Okay, so still using the shape tools, I'm going to create some more shapes that will fill in this bookmark. And when I think about how I'd like this bookmark to look once it's been fabricated, I think I'd like to have some shapes that are cut out at each corner of my bookmark. And then another shape perhaps in the middle that I can score and trace over to decorate later, because I'm not a good artist without my online design. So I'm going to experiment and play with some different shapes and figure out the appearance and how I want them to look using the control settings on the right-hand sidebar. So I'm going to start with a star, and I'm going to draw a star, And when I look at the star, I can change the number of points. So it could be a multi-star, multi-point, more than just 5 pointed star. I can change the size of how deep those points go. I can also make I cannot change the corners here. Perhaps if I again go in with bevel or something, you can play and get different star shapes like that. However, I'm gonna have no corners. The other thing you can do is go up, instead of the selection tool, if you go to the sub-select tool, all these orange points, you can click and drag it so I can change not just the depth of the points, but also the direction, and get some cool, funky looks here. So I think I like that as my shape. That would be in the center. So I'm going to go back to my select tool, make it a little smaller so it fits inside here nicely. And, I've lost it. Oh, where did that go? Let's see. Maybe let's get rid of that fill and add a border. There we go. And because I want the scored, border is going to be blue. I'll move that back into place. The centering. Maybe make it 2. I want to keep it locked. I'm playing with my height here. Okay, we'll move it to be centered-ish. I'm going to play with that. And then I was talking about having some cutouts. So I might go back and just use a triangle, just a regular triangle shape, and no fill in that. And give it a border of red, so I cut it out. And then I could take this triangle and play with its height, maybe 0.5, 0.75. And then move this triangle, and I'll zoom in. And this white handle up here lets me rotate. Again, I could have done that by using the angle point here. Let's see, I'm not super happy. There we go. And let's move it over. Okay, so I like that. And I want that same shape in my other corners. So I'm going to copy and paste, Command or Control C, and then Command or Control V to paste. And I'm going to move that into the corners. And now that I've got my corners there set up, I can see that this definitely is not centered. We're going to make something. Yeah. So that's going to be my bookmark. I'm going to have these smaller triangles cut out, the bigger triangle, and then this blue is going to be engraved. Now that I've completed my 2 different bookmark designs, I just need to save my file again. As you can see, it has an asterisk, and then we're done. So Command S or Control S should save my file. And if it doesn't, you can hit the save icon or go to File, Save As, or Save to Cloud, and we're done. Now, if you've registered for our online class and are participating in our current cohort of students, then you're not quite done, as you have the option to submit these final designs for fabrication. Check out our next video on how to export and submit your files. And if you're watching this tutorial and have not yet registered but would like to learn more, please check out the link in the description below. Have fun designing. Good luck.